Today we're going to make vegan wonton. So I know how to make wonton wrap from scratch, but you can buy these from the Chinese supermarket. And these ones, they only have flour, water, salt, potato starch. So a lot of the traditional Cantonese wonton wrappers have egg. They put an egg in there for binding, but you don't need to. So just check my recipe for wonton wrap from scratch. And I'll show you how you can make your own, but it's a lot easier just to buy the wonton wrap from the store. So here we just stir fry some onions and peas and carrots, add a little water, and then thicken it with 1 teaspoon of cornstarch and a 1/3 cup of water. You can check some of my other dumpling recipes. Will show you how to make the filling. So this is a vegan filling. We did use soy sauce.
Put 1 to 2 teaspoons of filling in each wrapper. Then put a spot of water on each of the 4 corners. So when you squeeze the wrapper together, the contents won't leak out. There are more fancy ways to wrap the wonton, but this is the simplest way. So just make sure the corners are wet, and when you fold the dumpling, the contents stay inside so it doesn't leak out into the soup. In a pot, bring some water to a boil. Then put the wontons into the water, making sure the wontons aren't sticking together. The wontons don't take very long to cook. So when all the wontons are floating to the top, they're ready to be taken off. To make the soup, I have some veggies boiling in some water. So just let them boil for about 10-15 minutes. Take out the veggies and then put 1 teaspoon of dark soy sauce for added color and flavor. I like to put some natural pink Himalayan salt just to bring out the taste of the soup. For amazing fragrance and taste, put a few dashes of 100% pure sesame oil just before serving your wontons. Make sure your soup broth is nice and hot, and put a couple of ladles of your soup over the wontons. And finally, garnish your wontons with a handful of cilantro for nice color. So there you have it, the best homemade vegan wonton soup. Enjoy. Now you can order the products and ingredients that I use in my cooking videos. Just click the link below in the description for the Chinese cooking accessory guide. You can order everything online, including the wok that I use and some of the equipment that I use. Today we're making homemade wonton wrappers. So we're making wonton soup from scratch. Well, first we start off with 1 cup of all-purpose flour put in a bowl. Then we're going to add a 1/4 cup of warm water, or even room temperature water. So it gets a little shaggy looking right now, so that's what you want. So just make sure you get all the dough in the bottom there. But even if you don't get all the dough, you can, by the time when you start kneading the dough, it'll go into the ball, the dough ball. So it's looking good so far. So add the last of the water in there. So that's a ratio of 1 cup of flour to a 1/4 cup of water. So if you want to make more wonton, just keep the same ratio, and you can make more wontons that way. I'm just going to give the dough a good squeeze here. We're going to do it for a few minutes, anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes you can do it. So this will just pick up all the loose flour. It's going to make it pliable. It's going to relax the dough. So that's the main thing. Relax the dough so you can make the wonton wrappers. So we're just going to cover the dough like this. Put the dough in the fridge overnight, or for at least 1 day. So I'm going to cut the dough into 2 pieces.
So just roll the dough out.
Spread a little flour on the dough if it gets sticky.
So we're going to roll this dough into one big sheet here. So we're going to cover the dough for about 5 minutes so the dough can relax. So you stretch it out for a while and then let it relax for 5 minutes, and then you continue to stretch the dough with the rolling pin. So it's been about 5 minutes. I'm going to continue rolling the dough so that the dough has relaxed. So I should be able to make it thinner. But you can make it fairly thick for the dough if you like, so you don't have to do it two-step. So once the dough is relaxed, you can stretch it out a little more. But if you like the wonton wrapper thicker, you don't have to do so many steps. So we're going to cut some sheets right now. So just take your knife and cut it. So the part that you discard, you can use again.
Cut the wonton wrappers into 2.5-inch square. But don't worry if they're slightly rectangular.
The wonton skins are ready, so we'll just wrap them up in with the filling and put it in the soup.
Thanks for checking out my video. Please like and subscribe. Any comments are always welcome. Take care and stay safe.